This guy makes $600,000 a month using this funnel. His name is Cardinal Mason. You might or might not know him, but in this video, I'm going to reveal the 4 steps he uses in this funnel to generate that much money. So let's go to the first step here. Let's go all the way to the left. And you can see here we have TikTok. And TikTok is basically a top of funnel strategy and middle of funnel strategy for Mason. Now he posts, content education. And first of all, when you look at this, you can see he has 470,000 people on his TikTok following him. He has 8.9 million likes. And he posts, content educating his audience about freelancing and copywriting, this is middle of funnel content typically. Some of them actually go viral and get to the top of funnel, introducing more people into his ecosystem. But for the most part, his content educating people is, middle of funnel content. And then he uses the lifestyle content and viral short form videos, expressing his opinions on life and, social issues, or social stuff generally, and brings people into his ecosystem. So you can see he's actually a really funny guy as well. So you understand he can put in, a touch of comedy there to bring more people into his ecosystem from the top of funnel. So and his strategy here is 1 to 3 TikTok videos per day. And the reason why is so he posts anywhere from 1 to 3 TikTok videos per day. For some of the content, he will run something called a comment funnel. And a comment funnel is basically where you post a video. At the end of the video, add a call to action and tell them to comment a particular keyword to get a resource or to get a link to a webinar that they're going to host. And usually, these are value-based videos. And after they're done watching the video, they want to get more. So you prompt them to comment a keyword, and then they get access to that resource, or they get access to your webinar link after they comment that stuff. So you can use automated tools like MiniChat to do this, but also you can have setters, but automation is by far, it's a lot better. And then he also does TikTok lives. So these are not very frequent as the TikTok shorts that he posts, but basically the TikTok lives are a middle of funnel strategy, and he uses this to nurture his audience and humanize himself a lot more. So this helps them see that he's just the same as them and they can achieve the same thing that he has. So he also runs the comment funnel on some of the lives to funnel them to his email list and nurture them to get on his email list or to join his live webinar that he runs. So we're going to go into the second strategy here, which is Instagram. So you can see here he has 100,000 followers. He just hit this a couple of I think yesterday. And basically the strategy here is very unique because he uses the Instagram to showcase his flashy and dream lifestyle to his audience who are kind of dying to have that kind of lifestyle. So he posts 1 to 3 reels per day with multiple of those posts running comment funnels, which is what I mentioned, where after you post a value-based reel, they comment something and they get access to the link to your webinar or an email opt-in to get a resource. So he also posts, Instagram stories with student results. This is very, very important. Stories are absolutely crushing right now for info products. So this students results, he always posts them on his Instagram story, and he runs the comment funnel on his stories as well. So the strategy is 1 to 3 reels per day, daily Instagram stories, and then lifestyle posts on his feed. The lifestyle posts on his feed are a lot more infrequent, but the reels are daily, right? 1 to 3 reels per day. And basically those 1 to 3 reels per day have the comment funnel, just like I explained, and the daily Instagram stories have the comment funnel as well. Run the comment funnel. So if you see something online or on Instagram of someone, a creator saying, comment this to get this, that's basically what a comment funnel is. It's not complicated. And usually, let's say they want to opt in, they want them to opt into a webinar, or they want them to add to an email list. So I'm going to break down the 2 different ones here. So the first one is going to be webinar registration opt-in page, and it usually looks something like this. So this is actually the page where they get to book a call, but it's usually the same thing. The CTA is what's usually different. The CTA is going to be something like, register here, reserve your seat here, like save your spot here, something like that. So this is what it usually looks like. This is actually a redesign that we did for Cardinal Mason. And then there's a second strategy here for the comment funnel, which is the email list opt-in to get a free copywriting resource. Now, copywriting resource specifically because it's Cardinal Mason and his stuff is copywriting. So they are added to the email nurturing sequence. And what this email nurturing sequence does is that it contains, 4 to 5 emails a week of, value-based emails. And usually you can send 4 emails, and then at the 5th email, you add a hard sell, or at the fifth email you can do a soft sell, right? The soft sell is basically showing students results, showing basically the stuff that you've been able to help people do, and this is not directly pitching them, but it's showing them what is possible. That's what's called a soft sell. Now a hard sell is telling them, come and buy this stuff, or come and join this webinar, or book a call with us. That's basically what a hard sell is. And yeah, it could be either one of those. So the call to actions will be sent out usually every four emails they put out. And this call to actions will either contain a link to book a call with his sales team or to sign up for his webinar, usually. Now, the next step after the nurturing sequence, we actually have two steps here. So they can either have the link to the sales page, like I mentioned, to book a call, or they can have a link to the live webinar. They can have a link to join the live webinar. So, for the live webinar, after the webinar is done, the webinar is usually a 1 to 2 hour live stream, private live stream, usually hosted on Webinar Jam or Zoom. And basically what they're doing is they're framing this webinar as a value extraction webinar, and it's private, where these prospects can come and learn about copywriting and freelancing. And after they're done teaching these people for like an hour, what they're actually doing is, the frame is very important in this, because when they frame it as value extraction, these prospects don't feel the need to purchase the course or join the program. But in fact, what's happening there is they're being sold, right? They're being sold based on value. They're not being sold on in a way where it's like, okay, come buy this stuff. They're being sold based on value. So you have to make that distinction in your webinars. So after the webinar, usually, 10% of people usually book a call or make the purchase. And since this is a high ticket program, you can't really make a purchase directly. You have to book a call with Mason's team so that they can close you on the call. So at the end of the webinar, usually 1 to 2 hours long. Nowadays it's like inching closer to 1 hour. You're going to have the link to the book a call funnel pop up on the screen, and then they are going to book in the call. And basically after the booking the call, let's say today is Wednesday and you're booking it for call for Thursday, you're going to be hit with a pre-call sequence with more social proof and reminders. So this social proof is showing you, like, it's basically case studies of other people who have passed through the program and are successful, to strengthen, number one, the idea of what you're buying, to make you understand that this actually works. They've already told you beforehand, but it's very important to have that in your pre-call sequence because it helps handle the objections. And when they jump on the sales call, it's not going to be about, do I actually want to buy this? It's going to be about, how do we move forward, with this purchase. So after they're hit with the pre-call sequence with social proof and reminders, they jump on the sales. The next step is jumping on a sales call with the team. So if they show to the call, they're either closed on the call or they're not closed. So they can proceed with the premium plan or pay in full. I think Mason's product is about, $5,000 or $4,000, but anywhere around that range. So they're most likely going to be closed. And if they don't close or show to the call, then they're going to be added back to this email nurturing sequence that we have here, right? And so that's basically happened. So and usually, like, if they don't show, what usually happens is that they're segmented and added back to the email sequence. And segmentation means, let's say someone doesn't close, you add them to a segment, usually in ConvertKit or like Beehive or any of these email providers, and you say not closed, and it adds them back to the email sequence, because it doesn't make sense if someone closes and the person is still in that sequence, right? So that's why you have to create segments for your email list so that you can send emails based on the person's position in that funnel, the stage of the funnel that person is, the prospect is. So let's go to the next strategy here, which is going to be YouTube. So for his YouTube channel basically serves as the top of funnel and middle of funnel strategy. And he posts 3 to 4 videos a month teaching people about copywriting and funnel. Copywriting, which is basically, top of funnel and middle of funnel. So he dives into some of the advanced concepts in some of the videos to further educate his audience. And he usually has a CT at the end of the videos, and also a link to book a call, where they can book a call with his team. So if you watch Mason's videos on YouTube, you're going to see at the end of the videos, you're going to see, okay, if you want to join Copy MBA or you want to join the Inner Circle, click the link in the description and book a call with my team, and we'll see how we can help you, right? So, and you're going to, once you click, you're going to see that link in the description. So his strategy here is 3 to 4 long form videos a month and 1 to 3 YouTube shorts per day. Now, I'm not really sure about the shorts thing, but I'm pretty sure he puts out shorts. But usually for the long form videos, he has a call to action at the end of each video, plus the link to book a call, just like I explained. And he posts 1 to 3 YouTube shorts per day. This is a top of funnel mechanism to bring new people into his ecosystem, just the same way. Like, it's the same thing with YouTube, Instagram Reels, TikTok Reels. It's the same thing. So it's a top of funnel mechanism to bring new people in his ecosystem with short clips, that go into a bit of detail, but it doesn't expand on everything. So this is going to prompt the shorts viewers to go watch his long form and move further down the funnel, which is going to be the middle of funnel. And after they watch the shorts, normally what happens is they also subscribe. Now, the next strategy here is going to be his Twitter. Now, Twitter is like very, very simple here. He tweets about 1 to 2 times a day. And these days he's not really doing a lot of educational content. He's usually just 1 to 2 tweets a day with lifestyle content and his personal opinions. So this is going to get them interested in him as a person, because Twitter, the way you market on Twitter is very different to the way you market on Instagram and YouTube and all these places. You can be very straightforward with what you're selling, but on Twitter, people are like hyper aware. They know you're about to sell them something. So you have to be a lot more soft core there and, have people resonate with you rather than trying to push the product on them. So that's really what he does there. He also puts a lot of social proof, with students. He has a student that is about to do 100K. He has multiple students doing, 12, 15K. And, when people see all these results, it creates a sense of FOMO, fear of missing out within people in his audience who are not part of the program yet. And this leads them to book a call with his team. And also, in his Twitter, he usually has a link in bio. So you can see here, if I zoom in, you can see the link in bio there. So that's very important as well, because that's going to be the main CTA for your profile. And when they visit the link in bio, they're usually going to be led to the sales page here, where it's going to be a book a call funnel, and they're going to schedule a call with his team after they fill out the type form. Now, what else do we have here? Yeah, I think that's basically all of his strategy. Another strategy I didn't add here is LinkedIn. So it's pretty much the same thing. LinkedIn is kind of like popping off right now in terms of client acquisition, and it's basically the same strategy as Twitter, though you have to be a lot more composed than Twitter. You have to be a lot more restricted in terms of the way you talk. You can't really swear or do all these things because people are like highly professional on LinkedIn. So that really covers Cardinal Mason's funnel. As you can see, it's not easy to set all of this up. All of this takes time. He's been doing this for a couple of years, so you're not going to expect to get this kind of results immediately, but you can start building and basically get to the point where he's at, or even you basically just have to work harder than him, right? So if you need a funnel set up like this, click the link in the description, schedule a call with my team, and we'll see how we can help you. Or if you need a landing page built, same thing, just click the link below, schedule a call with my team, and we'll see how we can help you. If you got any value out of this, please like the video so that YouTube can recommend this video to other people as well. And please subscribe to the channel as well, because I want to bring more of this content for you guys. There's not a lot of people breaking stuff down like this. And with that being said, if you don't know my name is Brilliance, and I'm rooting for you. Leave any questions in the comments as well. Leave any questions in the comments. So with that being said, I'll see you guys. Take care. Peace.